That was an awesome time of worship. There was definitely a theme. Jesus. He is the central theme. And I like to think of it sometimes as that I have a primary purpose. I have a prime directive. And that is to get as close to Jesus as possible and stay there. And if I'm not staying, it means I'm just getting closer. And build my life around that relationship. He is the primary thing. The relationship with Him comes first. And the restoration in life that comes in that situation is so awesome and worth everything. And so we need to have that time of yes again. Wherever I may be falling short, wherever I'm not quite as close as I can be, I want to say yes again and come even closer, because even if I know I'm the disciple that Jesus loves and I feel like my head is on His chest, John could have been closer. We could always be closer, and I don't say that to beat us up. I say that to say we can be closer. You can have more. It's a good thing, not a where were you. Okay. And we can say yes again to believing that God is faithful to finish the work that He started in not just our lives, but in the lives of, yes, our families, our nation, our world, that He's going to do His work. And that's where it gets tricky sometimes, that He's going to finish in my life or in somebody else's life and can go, oh, I don't know, it looks like a lot of failure. And it looks really dark. And it looks really impossible. So before I get into this any further, and I want to try to keep it quick, let's keep in mind that God is outside of time. And 1,000 years is like a day, and a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. Okay, well, we can say 3 hours is like, what, 30 years? 300 years? 300 years is like 3 hours. I mean, we can make those kind of analogies. 3 days is definitely a long time and a short time. If you look, and I hope you spend some time over the next couple of weeks looking at what Jesus did for us, you'll realize that every single one of the disciples screwed up within hours. Every one of them. The one who seems to have gotten it the closest to right was John. He had the courage to go in and with the high priest when Jesus was taken in. He didn't run away. He was there at the cross. He didn't run away yet. It does say he was in hiding when the resurrection came. But he still fell asleep when he was asked to pray. Peter blew it big time, right? Peter was going to blow it so bad that Jesus had to warn him that he knew it was coming. Man, Peter, the enemy's about to come after you. I know it. You don't understand why yet, but he's been given a certain amount of liberty to sift you, but not kill you. And I have already prayed for you and will continue, so that when you have passed through that time, you will be restored even stronger. I've got something for you. The enemy has something for you, but rather than stopping it, I see, I'm going to bring them through it in a way that's going to make a difference in not just his life, but the world. And yet, Peter failed. And it got dark. Jesus died. He did die. on that cross. They really did bury him. Peter had actually attacked a guard, so he really had a reason to hide. So when we're so quick to talk about him denying Jesus, be sure to note that one of those 3 times he denied was a relative of the man whose ear he cut off. And ask yourself just how brave you'd have been in that moment. He may not have even still had his sword. They had darkness. God was gone in their understanding at that moment. The Messiah, they had put all their hope on him and he was gone. He's dead. You don't come back from dead. Except for they had just seen it happen with Lazarus. I don't know what you've gone through in your life. I know what I've gone through. And I remember that song, Sometimes by Steps by Rich Mullins, 3 decades or so ago. And singing that and meaning it and wanting to mean it so much. And yet, he wasn't the first thing I sought in the morning. And I was not learning his ways. And I was still in rebellion, even though part of my heart was crying out for healing and for relationship. And it was a long time of a lot of failure and a lot of darkness and a lot of death and a lot of destruction. 3 decades, 3 days, whatever. It's all the same to God. It feels like a lot of failure to me, and it feels like a long time and a lot of wasted years. But on eternity's scale, there's not a lot of difference between 3 decades and 3 days. However much time we're hiding in the darkness, not seeing him. He knew we were going to go through it. He knew what sifting was going to be allowed and what he was going to do to go, I'm going to bring them through it and change something in an awesome way. And then they're going to change others. So if you're looking at the darkness and it seems like it's been a long time and it seems like your failure preceded it and has continued in it, and all you see is you running and hiding and go, God can never do anything different. Oh, he's coming out of the grave 3 days later. And he's never going back in it. And he brought us with him. And if he's not going back and we're with him, where are we not going? Now our bodies are going to fall. Oh, but he can use us till then. And it doesn't matter how long you laid in the grave, 4 days or 40 years. If you hear him say your name and say, come forth, you can say yes again and come and have life abundantly worth living, filled with hope and peace and joy and freedom. So, thank him for what he did. Be grateful for what he did. And to whatever degree we still are not yet there, and that's all of us, let's say yes again. So in a moment of worship, in a moment of being in his presence, we can just say, in this moment, I can honestly say, all of me is yours. No matter how you want to spend me, I am yours. No matter what you want to do with me, I am yours. Rejoice in that. Come now as you will.